Yeah! Hi everyone, my name is Sydney and today I'm going to be doing a different video for you guys. I am going to be listing popular books I still haven't read. So I just want to say that this video isn't about me saying that I'm never going to read these books. This video is about these books being on my TBR, and some of them have been on my TBR for the longest time, yet I just haven't got around to them yet. And some of these may shock you, because some of these shock me that I still haven't read them. So please don't hate me. I will get to these one day, I promise. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Please let me know if you are in the same boat as me with any of these books. So, without further ado, let's do this. It's gonna be so embarrassing. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. So, the first two books that I'm actually really embarrassed to tell you that I haven't read are Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I know! I've been wanting to read these books for the longest time. Okay, I know. I'm as shocked as you are. And I'm actually... These are the two books that I am so upset at myself that I still haven't read them. Because years ago I was on this streak of reading the series, and I don't know what happened. When I came to Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, I just couldn't get into it back then. I don't know what happened. And then I just ended up picking up different books and I never went back to these two. So, I haven't read these two yet, but I'll get to it. So, please don't hate me. Okay, so let's just keep going. Warm Bodies by Issac Marion. The Game of Thrones series by George Martin. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I own the first and second books of this series, and it sounds completely on my radar, so... This is another one that may shock you. I have not read the Hunger Games series by Suzanne Collins. A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, which is also a series. Autoboyography by Christina Lauren. The Martian by Andy Weir. Where... Does that work? Oh my god. This one pisses me off just because I need to read this book, but I just have been putting it off for so long. So this is actually one of the books that I have been putting off because I don't like the main character. Tower of Dawn by J.Maas. And you can see that I actually started reading this book. Moving on, A Little Life by Hanya, Yanagihara. Sorry for saying that probably incorrect. I really want to read this book, but it is very big, and big books scare me. Oh my god. Thunderhead by Neal, which is the second book in this series. I need to read this because apparently it's so much better than the first one, and just... The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. I'm so excited to read this. Thanks, Tan, for the recommendation. Yeah, girl. Circe, I don't know if I'm saying it right, by Madeline Miller. It's so beautiful. Look at that shimmer, honestly. Oh my god, stop, I'm dying! I don't know, I mean, this is a popular book, but I don't think a lot of people have read this, so I don't feel too bad, but I do want to read it one day. Inferno by Dante, and this edition is so cool. Look at that, it's so sick. I've read the first book in this series, but I haven't finished the series, and I've always wanted to because throughout high school, my friends non-stop talked about this series, loved this series, and it is epic. I know it is epic, and I want to read them, but I just... Again, in the time when I read the first book, something happened where I just didn't finish them. So, they're in this video. How fantastic. The Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. I still haven't read The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. I started reading this, couldn't get into it, but I really want to read it, so this has to happen. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I would love to read this one day, but I've also heard that Mr. Darcy is kind of an ass, so I don't know how I feel about that. And the writing is super small but I don't know, I've always wanted to read this. Yeah. 1984 by George Orwell. I love George Orwell. I read Animal Farm in high school and loved it. I've also heard amazing things about 1984 by George, and I need to read it. And so I knew I had to read it. I started reading it. I got up to page 52 with my ruler bookmark, great, and didn't finish it. So, big brother in the house, I'm gonna have to finish you one day soon. Yes. The next book is another classic, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I really, really want to read this book. This one has been out for a little while now, and it was the ultimate rave this year. I bought it, and I still haven't read it. Call Me By Your Name by Andre Asseman. There are just so many books out there, and I'm so keen to read them all, but just time, man. Time. The Power by Naomi Alderman. This sounds fucking epic. Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. My mum has read this book, and I still have not read this book. And I'm happy because I have no idea what happens in this book, because apparently it's sad, I don't know. And apparently there's a movie that's really good, so I'm glad I haven't been spoiled. Please don't spoil me. When I read this, I want to feel the emotions and then watch the movie and feel the emotions. So that's my plan, but I just haven't gotten to the plan yet. So this is a surprise because I love Sarah J.Maas, but I just haven't got around to this one yet, and I don't really feel like reading it yet, but it's on the list. So, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J.Maas. I don't know if this is the first book, actually. Is this the first book? Shit, I don't even know. This is awkward. Please don't hate me that I don't know which one's the first book. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. And also, the trailer is out for the movie. And I know I watched it, but, as in the trailer, I watched the trailer, not the movie. I don't think the movie's out yet. But anyway, it looks amazing. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I really, really want to read this book, and I think it might be the next book because every time I look at it, I'm just like, I feel it, but I just... And the last book on this beautiful list of the popular books I still haven't read yet. This book, actually, I really want to read next. So maybe The Book Thief and this are going to be bartering against each other. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. This book excites me so much because I love when books are kind of really creepy and unusual. I don't know, something mysterious. It sounds really, really good. And I haven't watched the series yet. I'm sorry, the TV series yet. So I'm really keen to read the book first and then watch the series. And I'm so excited because I really want to watch the series. Just, it looks epic. It looks epic. It's like how I feel when I watch Game of Thrones. Like, I'm so into it. Like, I love the White Walkers. I know, don't judge. I love the White Walkers, so every time they're around I'm like, oh my god, shit's going down. That's how I feel about this. So... do I have to do that thing where I stack up the books and, like, try and fit them into the camera frame? Because there's fucking shitloads. But let's try that. Look, I think this is the amount that I can carry. Oh no, I can do this, come on. I don't think I can do this. I'm like a human bookshelf. Oh my god. I'm gonna abort the mission and then pick up the next ones. Plus these. So this video basically means I need to stop buying books and I need to read the books that I have in my household. Why buy more books when you have enough here to read Sydney? So read them first before you go and buy more books, okay? Yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna go now. Alright, I'm gonna go holding... Ah! Oh my god. I'm gonna put them down. That has been my video about the popular books that I still haven't read. I hope you enjoyed it. These are all the books. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. Please leave a comment and join me in the books you still haven't read yet that are popular, to make yourself feel better, to make me feel better, but to make yourself feel better, because I know a lot of you are probably in this boat too. Come on, don't lie. Yeah. Okay. As usual, I'm gonna go. As usual, bye!